Amale, a young girl with hidden healing powers, is discovered by her greedy stepmother, Mandisa. Forced to use her abilities for profit, Amale ages rapidly with each healing. Just as hope seems lost, a fellow healer named Thando arrives to save her. Together, they confront Mandisa and reclaim Amale's life. Once upon a time, nestled deep within the lush forests of Africa, lay a quaint village known as Mbulu. The villagers were a tight-knit community, living in harmony with nature and each other. Among them was a girl named Amale, whose beauty was as radiant as the morning sun, and whose heart was pure and kind. Her father, a hard-working trader, loved her dearly. However, fate had dealt Amale a cruel hand. Her stepmother, Mandisa, and stepsister, Nomsa, harboured an intense hatred for her, and their cruelty knew no bounds. Amale's days were filled with endless chores and harsh words. Every morning she woke before the first light to fetch water from the distant river, her bare feet tracing the same path through the forest. She would then sweep the house, prepare breakfast, and tend to the garden. Despite her tireless efforts, Mandisa and Nomsa found fault in everything she did. Their harsh criticisms echoed through the house, and their laughter at her expense was a constant reminder of her misery. One bright morning, as Amale was about to start her chores, her friend Zola visited with exciting news. Zola had secured a cleaning job for Amale at the mansion of a wealthy woman in the village. The job promised a steady income and the potential for a better future. Amale's heart soared with hope. She rushed to prepare, but her stepmother and stepsister had other plans. In an act of sheer malice, Mandisa and Nomsa gathered all of Amale's clean clothes and soiled them with filth. Amale was left with nothing to wear but a ragged wrapper. Tears streamed down her face as she realised her dream job was slipping away. She could hear the mocking laughter of her stepmother and stepsister, their voices dripping with cruelty. Determined not to let them win, Amale decided to wash her clothes, no matter how long it took. She spent hours scrubbing the garments, her fingers raw and bleeding by the time she finished. Exhausted but resolute, she returned to the house only to be met with another cruel command from her stepmother. Mandisa sent her to the forest to fetch firewood, despite the falling darkness and the villagers' fears of the forest at night. Trembling with fear, Amale ventured into the forest. Every rustle of leaves and distant animal cry made her heart race. She gathered the firewood as quickly as she could, her mind filled with stories of the forest's dangers. Meanwhile, back at home, Mandisa and Nomsa feasted on a lavish dinner, leaving no food for Amale. When she returned, hungry and exhausted, she found an empty pot and a stack of dirty dishes waiting for her. After washing the dishes, Amale collapsed into bed, her empty stomach grasping through the night. At dawn, her stepmother woke her with a splash of cold water and ordered her to kneel under the scorching sun as punishment for waking up late. As she knelt, the sun beating down on her, Amale's thoughts drifted to her mother, who had passed away years ago. She wondered what she had done to deserve such cruelty. Days turned into weeks, and Amale's suffering continued. Her only solace was the brief moments of kindness she shared with her father when he was home. One day, everything changed. Nomsa fell mysteriously ill, unable to walk or talk. Mandisa was frantic, consulting every healer in the village, but none could cure her daughter. Amal watched with a mix of relief and compassion as her stepmother's focus shifted from tormenting her to finding a cure for Nomsa. One night, while everyone slept, Amale quietly entered her stepsister's room. Placing her hand on Nomsa's forehead, she summoned her hidden healing powers. Miraculously, Nomsa's condition improved immediately. Unbeknownst to Amal, Mandisa had witnessed everything through a crack in the door. The next morning, Mandisa confronted Amahle, demanding to know why she had hidden her powers. Amahle explained that each time she healed someone, she aged rapidly, but Mandisa, blinded by greed, dismissed her concerns. She threatened to expose Amahle's secret unless she used her powers to make money by healing others. Terrified and feeling trapped, Amahle had no choice but to comply. Mandisa began to exploit Amahle's gift, bringing villagers to their home to be healed. Amahle's youth and strength drained away with each healing. Her hands grew wrinkled, her face aged, and her spirit weakened. Despite her suffering, Amal continued to heal, fearing what her stepmother might do if she refused. One day, an old man named Thando arrived, seeking healing. Seeing Amahle's condition, he revealed himself as a fellow healer with the power to restore youth. He explained that he had once used his powers for greed, aging himself in the process. He had come to help Amahle. Having heard of her plight from villagers, Thando placed his hands on Amahle, restoring her youth and strength. Overjoyed, Amahle and Thando realized their powers were even greater together. They decided to confront Mandisa, who had been exploiting her for money. As they approached the house, they found Amahle's father had returned, furious at the sight of villagers lined up for healing. Enraged by his wife's cruelty, Amahle's father banished Mandisa from their home. Amahle and Thando, now free from her stepmother's tyranny, grew closer. Thando, who turned out to be the son of the wealthy woman Amahle was supposed to work for, offered her a new life. They married, and Amahle's life transformed for the better, surrounded by love and kindness. The lesson from Amahle's story is that even in the darkest times, perseverance and kindness can lead to miraculous changes. Never give up, for your destiny helper might be just around the corner. And always remember, true power lies in compassion, not in oppression. Thank you for joining Jum's journey and experiencing the power of acceptance and resilience with us. If you found her story inspiring, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more captivating tales ahead. Until next time, farewell.